Larson for the win. He's got it. Texans take it here at Army tonight in double overtime.
Welcome in to the UAC Blitz, your weekly 360 look around the world of UAC football. I'm Kendra Sheehan. The first official week of college football is in the books, and UAC showed its strength. 3 teams were ranked in the top 25 of the FCS polls, with 7 of 9 teams receiving votes. Tarleton State leads the way. The Texans are ranked number 5 by the Stats Perform FCS Top 25 and are tied for 3rd by the AFCA FCS Top 25. The Texans getting a thrilling double overtime victory at Army, the champion of last year's American Conference, by a score of 30-27. This after a Week 0 42-0 shutout at Portland State. Abilene Christian checks in at number 16 and 17 in the respective polls. Southern Utah is number 24 on the Stats Perform list, with Austin Peay and Eastern Kentucky both receiving votes. Central Arkansas and West Georgia also receive votes in the AFCA Top 25. SUU's Joshua Dye is the UAC Offensive Player of the Week. The sophomore running back rushed 28 times for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Thunderbirds' 46-24 win over Big Sky foe Idaho State. Dye currently leads the UAC in rushing yards per game. TSU's Trey Page has played in 2 games and is averaging 129 per contest. West Georgia's Latrell Morrell rushed for 129 yards in the Wolves' season-opening win at Samford. Southern Utah quarterback Will Burns is 4th, rushing for 107 yards and a touchdown, while Tarleton State's Caleb Lewis is 5th, averaging 79 yards per contest. At Army, he had 107. It was a big week for the Texans as they pick up the other 3 UAC weekly awards. Texans defensive back Cassius Kearns is the UAC Defensive Player of the Week after he picked off 2 passes, recovered a fumble, and recorded 4 tackles in the win at Army. Brad Larson, the Tarleton State senior kicker, is the UAC Special Teams Player of the Week. He made the game-winning 37-yard kick at West Point and also was 3 for 3 on field goals and extra points. And Trey Page III is the UAC Freshman of the Week. In his debut at Portland State, he rushed for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, then added another 89 in the Texans' win at Army. We had him on the brand new Red, White, and New podcast last week, so be sure to head over to the UAC's YouTube channel to check that out. This week's guest is one of the great names in UAC football and is coming off a heck of a performance this past weekend. Austin Peay defensive back Ellis Jr. is our guest on this week's show. Ellis led the Governors with 6 tackles and 3 pass breakups in their win at Middle Tennessee State. This was APSU's 2nd ever win over an FBS team and was done rather convincingly, 34-14.
For you, 6 tackles, 2 of them solo. What were you seeing from Middle Tennessee that allowed you to be that disruptor?
I wasn't seeing, I saw a lot of things, it was confusing at sometimes, but, I trusted my guys to be there with me and help me out. They had a lot of good things going, but our guys just executed and we did our jobs and, thanks to God, we got the win. So that's all I can have on that.
Be sure to check out my full interview with Ellis Jr. on our YouTube channel at UAC Football. Austin Peay will be at top 5 ranked Georgia on Saturday. A number of UAC teams will be at home this week, though. Central Arkansas will host Arkansas Pine Bluff. FCS top 5 ranked Tarleton State plays their home opener this Saturday against Mississippi Valley State. There you'll find me on the sidelines. Eastern Kentucky hosts Houston Christian, and in-state rival Stephen F. Austin visits Abilene Christian. Make sure to check out all UAC football home games on ESPN+. For the UAC Blitz, I'm Kendra Sheehan.